What went through your mind?
Really? This shouldn't happen. How did we?
There are questions about why it took 11 hours for police in Madison to learn Geyser had cut off her GPS ankle monitor. Some state lawmakers tell Lighthouse reporter Ben Jordan the Department of Corrections notification system and their protocols are to blame.
Just 2 months after being placed at a group home on this block, Madison Police Chief John Patterson says his department wasn't told Morgan Geyser was MIA until the next day.
DOC did place an apprehension request into their system that evening. That's not something that we received an immediate alert on, so it wasn't until morning that we realized that we needed to play catch up a little bit.
Since Geyser was found not guilty by mental defect in the 2014 attempted homicide of a friend, she was placed in Department of Health Services custody. But the GPS tracking device Geyser was wearing is monitored by the Department of Corrections. DHS says when the device is cut off, the Department of Corrections Electronic Monitoring Center is alerted and is then responsible for notifying local and state law enforcement agencies that an individual cannot be located and must be apprehended. According to Madison Police, DOC received an alert at 9:30 p.m. Saturday that Geyser's GPS was malfunctioning. Then at 11:30, DOC learned she was no longer at the group home. Around midnight, DOC issued an arrest warrant for Geyser that the chief says never made it to Madison Police. Nearly 8 hours later, the group home called Madison PD to report Geyser missing.
The time was not ideal, but we'll take a look at it. We'll work with DOC to figure out how do we improve on the next go around.
Jerry O'Connor is a Republican state lawmaker from Fond du Lac who is on the legislature's Department of Corrections committee. He says this is a DOC problem.
Do you think that's acceptable on the Department of Corrections end?
It's not acceptable, and frankly, it doesn't make sense. There should be a protocol in place. I'm expecting they're having a meeting as we speak.
The chairman of the Assembly Committee tells me the DOC is calling for a total review of what went wrong with their notification system and acknowledge that calling local law enforcement would have solved this issue. O'Connor says he wants that call to be standard protocol moving forward.
This situation causes me to step back and say, all right, are there other incidents of this happening? And if there are, how many? How frequently?
I reached out to the state's Department of Corrections to ask why the Madison Police Department wasn't told Geyser was missing until the group home called 911. Its response didn't directly answer my question. Rather, it explained how the process is supposed to work. To read that full statement, find this story on TMJ4.com. Reporting in Milwaukee, Ben Jordan, TMJ4 News.